absolutely terrific. So now this guy who writes for the Marina Times, he knows everything there is about movies and music, and he comes and goes on a rainbow. Oh.
Wow.
Michael Snyder, everybody. Michael Snyder is playing a hurt. He's sick today, but he's now still...
Merry Christmas to all.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, Mark. Merry Christmas, Kim. Merry Christmas to Albert, the commissioner, to Tony, to Steve Moskowitz, our angel. He's the angel at the top of the tree. Am I right?
He is. He is the angel at the top of the tree. Very well put. Yeah. Nicely done.
Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please put a donation in the Thompson Show's hat because, you know.
That's so well done. Come on. I love it.
There's a reason that this place is fun.
Yeah.
Hey, happy Hanukkah, or if you'd like something more appropriate in these turbulent times, oi to the world, you know.
What night of Hanukkah is this? Do anybody know?
I think the 6th or 7th. I'm not really sure.
No,
by the way, I also want to wish a bountiful Kwanzaa to all. And Mark, have you gathered up some fruits and nuts for your Kwanzaa altar? Maybe,
I have.
A couple of gourds.
Yeah, I have. I have a celebration. It actually coincides with my birthday on Monday. Yes.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Hey, have any of you received any cool Christmas cards by any chance?
How about you, Kim?
I have received some cool Christmas cards. I have some of them here. I have a friend who just sent me a Christmas card with her kids on the front. Isn't that nice?
That's sweet.
So cute.
Yeah, and on the back. But I haven't, you know what I didn't receive? I didn't receive the Mark Thompson holiday card. I didn't receive the Michael Snyder holiday card. Nor the Albert card, nor the Tony. This show is outrageous.
Wait. I've been recovering. I've been recovering in my holiday mountain chalet. I just haven't had time to.
Yeah.
But
we don't have a card for the show, which maybe I hope next year we'll have it.
A show card,
yeah, show card where we'll send it out to everybody who is part of our extended family who supports us, through Patreon or through PayPal or through the various ways. Yeah, I think it is beautiful. So there'll be a warmth about it next year. But this year, there's no holiday card. It's all we can do to get the show on the air every day.
We had a holiday show, right? It's fine.
Wait. Come on. I mean, even the folks at Pornhub sent one out. It read, "Let's put the X back in Xmas." I thought that was
oh, my God. That's terrific. Oh.
It was great. I loved it.
Okay, stop that.
Let's talk movies. What do you say?
Let's talk movies, kid. Get on it. Yeah, please.
All right. So, screenwriter director Damien Chazelle, who first impressed us with his taught music teacher, student drummer drama Whiplash. You remember that one?
Sure.
He actually piled on the awards for the contemporary musical La La Land, and he has recently really raised the stakes with Babylon, which opens this weekend. It's an ambitious, no expense spared extravaganza, a depiction of a handful of movie business archetypes caught up in the late 20s, early 30s Hollywood scene when the film industry transitioned from silence to talkies. And it's around the same time that, Singing in the Rain is set. You remember how Singing in the Rain was all about that transition from the silence to the talkies? Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So the lives of Chazelle's main characters intersect and intertwine. Particularly Brad Pitt's silent film leading man confronted with the challenge of the Soundies. Margot Robbie's sexy, bold, small-town girl determined to make it in the moving pictures no matter what. Diego Calva's starstruck Mexican immigrant who breaks into the business as an onset gopher but has big dreams. And Jovan Adepo's black jazz musician who finds success in niche movies and still has to confront racism. So Chazelle delivers crazy, extravagant, glitzy excess, kind of like Baz Luhrmann, but something seems missing. And maybe it's like the delirious love that always informs Baz's over-the-top parades of color and imagery. There is unquestioned care and detail in Chazelle's recreation of the era, and there are these grandiose set pieces and exacting depictions of the technical and business side of the original dream factories and their workers in front and behind the cameras. But the human side, the emotional journeys of the central figures in this tapestry seem kind of dwarfed by the spectacle. I mean, believe me, the cast is giving their all. Margot Robbie is wonderful in this thing, and I was never bored for a moment of its 3 hour and 9 minute running time.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's 3 hours and 9. What is it, Michael? They just don't get it. You can't tell a story in 2 hours anymore?
Mark, there wasn't a single blue alien on a flying amphibian in sight, though. I mean, considering what you do see, from elephants at orgiastic mansion parties to battleground recreations being filmed with hundreds of extras, to really like dangerous underground fetish gatherings and opulent Hollywood premieres and sleazy back alley trysts, I would not have been surprised to see extras from a sci-fi movie wandering on the studio lots. Quite a few diverting cameos from the likes of Olivia Wilde, Catherine Waterston, Tobey Maguire, Lucas Haas, Jeff Garlin, Flea, and Eric Roberts. But Chazelle's excess comes off as like surprisingly chilly and is eventually exhausting. If this is your sort of jam, and it was mine, I'd recommend it. I mean, I'm glad I saw it, flaws and all. Still, Mank was a better movie about Hollywood's golden age, and you can still catch that on Netflix. Babylon is in theaters, which is where it should be seen by any interested parties. Eventually, it'll reach streaming, but it really is a blockbuster in terms of its visuals.
So you got Kim. It sounds like you liked it-ish, but you feel as though it may not be for everybody. Is that a fair way to put it?
It's overblown and overdone, but I was enraptured by it as I watched it. I was never bored.
Enraptured is a ding word. Yeah. Okay.
I just don't think it's for I don't think it's for everybody, and I do think people are going to be like, "What?"
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's Babylon. What else do you have, real quick?
Here's a movie I can recommend unconditionally, and it's one that looks lovely on the big screen, but it's a story that's intimate enough to be gratifying to watch at home. Living is a tender, poignant period drama about a conventional man living a conventional button-down life in London, England during the early 1950s. He's a bowler-hatted drone going to a bureaucratic job day after day, then returning home to a drab road existence with his wife and son. Then a catalytic situation forces him to confront the emptiness of his routine and compels him to make changes. First and foremost, Living is a showcase for the subtle and resonant thespian skills of veteran character actor and occasional unconventional lead Bill Nighy. You may recall him from Love Actually, or The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, or Pride, or Emma.
Yeah.
Not Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Not the Science Guy, no.
This guy,
by the way, just because I've got a ding catalytic, and I would ding also thespian, although it's used a lot. But anyway, go ahead, Michael.
Nighy was the tentacle-faced Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. How about that?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, in Living, the only tentacles are bureaucratic. Whenever the moment comes, and whether it's big or small, Nighy is a revelation. Living was directed with care and precision and compassion by Oliver Hermanus. Its touching screenplay was written by Kazuo Ishiguro. And by the way, Living is based on Ikiru, a movie by Japanese cinema legend Akira Kurosawa. And this has nothing to do with samurais, really. Unless you've seen the original, you probably wouldn't imagine it as the source, because the circumstances and sentiments are so universal. I mean, Nighy should get some award season love for this, as should the entire production, which by the end credits will probably move anyone with a heart. Living is in theaters.
Wow. He likes Living, everybody. You really liked it. I'm impressed. You have one
do.
more real quick for us, and then we got to go.
Well, I will say this. Glass Onion is now available on Netflix. It's a Knives Out mystery. We've reviewed it here on the Mark Thompson show before, and it's one of my top 12 films of the year. Thoroughly entertaining, a mix of comedy and whodunit, starring Daniel Craig as the Southern Fried Detective Benoit Blanc. I really enjoyed it. I do also want to mention that a couple of women have entered my life in streaming. One is the great Billie Piper, who plays Susie Pickles, a child star whose life goes to hell when her husband goes bonkers at the release of sex images on social media, and it's called the show's called I Hate Susie. It's on HBO Max, and I Hate Susie 2, which basically takes the story into deeper and darker places. Just dropped yesterday, and it is a tour de force for Billie Piper, who people might know from Doctor Who or her role in the initial season of Penny Dreadful. This is a crowning achievement for her. It's dark, it's funny, it's disturbing. I Hate Susie and I Hate Susie 2. And yeah, Emily in Paris is back for season 3. It's my absolute guilty pleasure with Lily Collins. I know. By the way, as the young innocent abroad in Paris, by the way, Lily Collins' eyebrows get separate billing this season in the credits, which I think is great.
So Tom thinks tour de force is a ding phrase. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay, good.
Quick question, because
catch.
my kids are out. I put a Christmas movie on for a couple hours while I came to talk to you guys. It's Christmas Vacation. We're looking for the best family Christmas movie, not the ones we've seen over and over. Anything you can recommend that maybe is a little off the radar?
Well, your kids are probably sophisticated because they're your kids, Kim.
That's nice.
I'm going to be watching Blackadder's Christmas Carol, starring Rowan Atkinson.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And Rowan Atkinson's other role of note, Mr. Bean's Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean. Absolutely funny. I'm a bit of an Anglophile. Those are two things that that and a Charlie Brown Christmas. Those are things that I think are charming and perennials for me.
So I love that Michael Snyder. This is kind of cool at the end of the year, and maybe we can do your best of, worst of. We might even do it as a special segment and, throw it on as added content or whatever next week. But what I wanted to, certainly Friday, we'll touch on it next week because it's right before New Year's. I love that he is both the sophisticate with the Korean films that are subtitled, or some film that was, done by, a Czech filmmaker and, crowdfunded to make it. And he likes Mr. Bean's Christmas. Yeah, I love that.
Bean. Yeah.
It's just great, Michael.
Man.
Yeah, you've got the full breadth, my friend. All right.
I have
now,
nothing if not eclectic.
You are eclectic, which is a ding word. There you go. Yes.
I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and hold your dear friends and family close and dear. The Bay Area lost one of its luminaries on the nightlife scene for a number of years, Jim English, this past week. He was part of my personal tribe of brothers, and he was one of the founders of the DNA Lounge and a lovely man. Jim English, we're thinking of you. You're now swirling in the stars, and I'm surely saddened by this, but I know they welcome you up there in the netherworld.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Well, Michael, thank you for that. Yes, I see the Anglophile as a ding word. Okay. Michael always serves up multiple dings. That's another one of its added benefits. Michael, you can read you in the Marina Times, I know. You can hear him here on Fridays. We wish you a Merry Christmas, my friend. You'll be with us next week, though, for the pre-New Year's show?
Are you kidding? And we can also talk, like you said, about Best of the Year. And there are going to be another handful of releases, new movies coming out. And one more thing, go Niners.
Yeah, Albert, do you have anything you'd like to say to fellow Niner aficionado Michael Snyder?
I'm with him. The Niners are all we got. The Warriors, it's been rough. The Sharks are tanking. The world is falling, but we got
Albert,
the Niners.
thank you.
Yeah, it's very tough. Very tough times.
By the way, Merry Christmas.
Another,
Carlos
by the
Correa.
way? Carlos Correa. It didn't quite work out. He's on his way too. But they might. Hey, maybe the Giants were right about that. Albert, you got to think about that.
It wasn't Carlos Correa's fault. So we'll see. There's been radio silence from the Giants that we need to know what happened.
All right. He comes and goes. Rainbow. Bye, Michael.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays, Michael Snyder.
All right, Michael.